think it's cool that we actually see Superman saving people and being
Yes, and
concerned about saving
not just
people
beating people up like
or
he's normally
beating up
just.
monsters or something. Like
Yeah.
the official trailer for Superman.
Oh, wait
And
a minute, man. Oh, wait a minute.
wait. What you stopping? What you stopping me for?
They've already dropped 2 trailers. What makes this? Why you say this the official trailer?
Because I hate that movies do this. But by the way, so the first one was technically a teaser. The second one
Oh,
was a exclusive clip, and the third,
oh,
this is the official trailer.
okay, okay.
It's
Thank you for that.
confusing. I don't like that movies do this. This will be the last trailer I watch for this movie because the next one's probably gonna just ruin it. Everything about it.
Okay.
But I will say for this trailer, you get to see a little bit more of the new Superman and his personality. I would say you get to see him do more things, not just in the
Yeah.
last trailer he was all beat up and bruised, and you just see him saving people. You don't
Yeah.
see him speak too much. You get to see a full conversation between him and Lois Lane in this trailer, which is interesting to see that they're gonna have some type of conflict, and they're gonna actually have like Lois Lane's gonna be like Lois Lane, how she's supposed to be. It seems like she's
Yeah.
gonna not be afraid to ask the hard questions because she's a good journalist. So
Right.
it's nice to see that. It's nice to see a Superman that's showing a little bit more emotion in this scene that's in the trailer. You see, you just see a lot more of David Cornsweet's take on Superman, and I think
Who is David Cornsweet?
that's the actor who is playing
Oh,
Superman.
sorry. I was like, all I know is
Henry Cavill.
Gunn. The only name I know from this movie is Gunn.
Oh,
So
James Gunn. Yeah, James Gunn's the director.
Now, what do we think of Lois in regards to, and I say this very respectfully, in regards to looks? You know, cartoon.
This really is some nigga talk. Let me tell you.
No, I'm just saying on a cartoon, she, for a white woman, I mean, she top tier, cartoon wise. You feel
Them
me?
cartoons, let me tell you, them cartoons from back in the day is the
Boy.
reason we love thick women. Like everybody. Because
yeah.
they used to draw them all thick. But I will say, looks wise, to get a little Saji on the episode.
Let's get a little Saji.
A little
For a quick
Saji.
second.
She's alright,
Yeah,
I never thought of Lois Lane as like she's supposed to be the most attractive like superhero girlfriend.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
So like if she looks regular, I feel like you hit the nail on the head, you know what I'm saying? So this one I would say she's a little bit prettier, but I do like her take on it as well. Like it feel like the actress really tried to make it a little bit of her own.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to do, I just like how they're doing so much different things but like nothing too drastically where it's concerning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was an overall good trailer. It got me hype. I really like to see it. I like to see the other characters that are going to be in the movie. We got to see some more Green Lantern. We got to see more of Hawk Girl. So we got to see Frank Grillo, who's reprising his role from season 2 of Peacemaker, where he's playing the same character, and in the animated show Creature Commandos, where he plays the character in that show too. So Frank Grillo is all over the place. Which is cool to see that James Gunn is really leaning in on the interconnectivity of all these different projects coming out with his new DCU. So I think overall it was a strong trailer. It got me hyped up for the movie, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, Superman is just such an interesting character in regards to he gets put in this situation where people like hate him, but they also, they can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
This man could literally, he's Superman, right? So I'm very interested. Of course, I feel like it's another one of those like his emotions gonna be played with, and how does he really handle that aspect of it more so. But definitely I see a Superman with way more personality than we've seen in the past. Even just the part when he's like, "Hey, up, look up here," and then he
Yeah, eyes
just and
on
then
me.
yeah, eyes on me.
Yeah,
Look,
that
yeah,
was kind of that was
that
pretty
was
tough.
hard.
I thought
That
that
was
was
hard.
hard. Yeah, I thought it was tough.
Um, and you can still see even with the the official trailer, you still see the play on cinematography wise. You see the colors. You see
Yeah,
how it's a lot more lighter and brighter than previous DC
it's
movies. DC
very
movies,
vibrant.
yeah,
It's just so
vibrant is the
colorful.
word. DC
Everything
movies
looks so
just always
colorful.
seem, regardless of the time of day, DC movies was dark.
Yeah,
So
like Batman makes sense, but not everybody.
exactly, exactly. So I get that, and yeah. Look, I'm boycotting Marvel right now, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go get my ticket. I'm gonna get my ticket.
I will
So
say another thing about the trailer is I think it's cool that we actually see Superman saving people and being
yes, and
concerned about saving
not just
people
beating people up like
or
he's
beating
normally
up
just
monsters or something. Like
yeah.
he's
Now he is
actually
beating up a monster
cares.
in the end.
He
I
is,
mean,
but like
they
they
got
added
some
him saving people as well.
yeah, they
So
got some
like
crazy monsters in
yeah, the movie. I will say, my biggest concern for this movie is it looks like they're trying to do a lot.
that's true, but I feel
They
like
got Lex Luthor in there. They got like the Justice League. It looks like in there. They
maybe I'm
got
tripping.
a giant monster.
I might be tripping, but here's the thing, man. Batman has had its moment.
Yeah,
Superman hasn't necessarily had that yet, and I'm hoping this movie really gives
not since the
it's
'70s
right. I'm
with them
hoping this
old ass
movie
movies.
gives Superman the same moment that Batman. Which one was the jump with the Joker?
The
The
Dark
Dark
Knight.
Knight.
Yeah,
I'm hoping this gives Superman the same feeling we got from Dark Knight.
yeah.
I mean, maybe there's high expectations because Dark Knight was just absolutely ridiculous. But
Batman got a lot of cool stories. A lot of more
yeah,
relatable stories. So it's easier to make. I feel like it's easier to make a good Batman movie over
I
a
mean,
good Superman movie.
but also we also gotta remember the Joker made the Dark Knight more than the Batman, right?
Yeah,
So what's Cuzzo bald nigga he
Lex
got to come
Luthor.
with it. Lex Luger got to come with it.
Yeah,
And we ain't even really heard Lex Luthor's talk yet for real.
yeah.
They just been
Not really.
showing them.
Just a
They
little
just been
bit.
showing them. And I know because I brought up the movie, so I'm just doing some comparisons. When I think of the Dark Knight, and I think of them the trailers, it was just like, yo, this Joker looks absolutely
Yeah.
crazy. That was a big thing really about it. So
Mm-hmm.
we just ain't seen nothing really. I feel like a
Well,
good superhero movie. Not only is it the fact that we hope this storyline it makes Superman real, like different, shows Superman in a different light, but like this villain looked like crazy as hell. We haven't necessarily gotten that just yet.
mm-hmm.
So
Makes
I'm
sense. I see what your point is. Like you could. I feel like that's not. They're not trying to do that though. I feel like they're not trying to make like Lex Luthor the overarching villain, like
yeah, and that's the
menacing. Like so, it looks like it's only gonna be. It's gonna be more like pushing Superman,
yeah.
like not giving him. I don't. That's what I'm saying. It looks like it's a lot. Like he's fighting some big giant armored guy. He's He's fighting a giant monster. He might fight Lex Luthor.
I mean, Lex
It's
Luthor don't necessarily do a lot of man. I could be wrong about this. I'm not a Marvel historian. Lex Luthor's more of a behind the scenes type of nigga.
yeah, kinda sometimes. Most times.
Yeah, he
He
ain't really
also is
going toe
a
to toe. And if he do go toe to toe with
he,
Batman, he got that kryptonite in the pocket.
yeah. He not afraid to go toe to toe with him. He got a suit. Lex Luthor got a suit where he
We
can.
that might have been him in that suit.
I don't know. See that's that historically. They say that's a new. They did say that's a new made up character just for the movie.
Okay.
So I don't know what that gonna be. But like I said, I think it's gonna be. I think it looks good. It made me excited to see the movie. But my only concern is I feel like they're doing a lot, and I don't know if like. There's a lot going on in this movie. I feel like,
I mean, it looked like we're skipping the origin story.
yeah, for sure. It looks
We
like
got to be right.
it might be sprinkled in throughout. It looks like just like. We don't really
Yeah.
need that much of an origin story. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's my thoughts on the first Superman trailer.
No Clarence.